Your breast milk contains a lot of nutrients, it contains a lot of, things that your baby need that can really prevent them from infection, from diseases, that can really help their development, their growth rate, faster. You understand me? And not even for the child alone, even for you as a mom, right? Breastfeeding helps you to reduce a lot of diseases and infection. At least I know that breastfeeding reduces cancer, for women, right? So it's not just the baby that is benefiting, even you as a mom, you're benefiting. And breastfeeding is actually one of the tools whereby you can really offer a lot of immunity for your child, so that they don't develop a lot of diseases and sicknesses while they are young. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Taiwo, and on this channel we talk healthcare, we talk leadership, and we talk faith in the marketplace. So if you haven't subscribed, then you want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. So on today's episode on this channel, I'm going to be having a conversation around an event that happened to me at the market few months back, right? And that is really the event that is really spurring up this conversation around breastfeeding myths that a lot of moms and a lot of women, how they really have. So, and this video is to really help you debunk, those myths. So I can remember a few months back, I went to the market because I have a particular customer that I get some items from. So I went to the market to a store, and I was actually at a store trying to get a few things. That was when a particular woman walked in, and she was, this woman was backing a baby, and I was looking at the baby. The baby looked, really young, and a baby that is like less than a month. So that was not even like what was shocking, but what was really shocking for me was because when she opened up her mouth, the next thing I heard was how she said, do you guys have, there was a particular grain that she wanted to buy, right? It's not soya beans, it's another grain entirely that I can't remember the name. She asked for that particular, grain, and the trader was like, oh, it's this so amount that she wanted to buy, certain derivatives and all of that, right? So I was very curious, and I decided to probe. I decided to probe, like, because it felt like I was beginning to guess what that was for. So I started to probe, and I'm like, okay, that ma'am, what exactly do you need in green for? Because she started telling the trader, asking her that, is it going to help the baby gain weight, that sort of thing. And in my head, I'm like, what is going on? I started to ask her. She now began to, share her audio with me as to how, since she had given birth to like a baby boy, that she's had a situation whereby anytime she wants to take him out, like she's usually like very cautious because of the fact that a lot of moms and other mothers, the way this part of the world is now, this kind of is community training of children, community this, community that whenever she goes out like in a community, like she gets a lot of questions around her. She gets a lot of questions and even comments around, this baby is so small. Do you understand me? Like, what is going on? Do you understand me? This baby is so small. What is going on? This and that, right? Like her, what are you giving to this baby? The way it is that a lot of times, and I get that there are people that really care, right? And believe that there's some form of care, but of course they know that some is just really about, okay, we just want to teach you, how to really train your child or something, such that the individual involved may even start feeling like, oh, maybe I'm not really a good mom or not. So she was in that like particular situation. She's like, she's tired of talking and, always explaining to people like, okay, like this, like the way the baby came, you understand me, right? And I'm really feeding and doing things like doing that. So I had to, start really advising her, they like, oh, you actually don't need this, right? And thank God, because this is my particular customer to also had a similar situation whereby when she had her baby was smaller. Her baby was quite young, so was quite the weight not young, his weight, the baby's weight was actually quite really small than like the average baby. But she said she thanked God because she actually just stick with the exclusive breastfeeding thing for like 6 months. And later on, like her baby's weight really, really improved, that there's really nothing wrong with the child. So the mom should not be worried. And when she was leaving, in my heart, I was just praying to God that she actually, took the advice, right, and went ahead, to not really bother herself too much about what people are saying or how that is putting out, under a lot of pressure. So today I'm going to be sharing with you like a few breastfeeding myths, about 3 to 4 that I feel that a lot of women may actually have had over time and may have really, and may have really gotten them to this place of a bit of pressure as regards to conversations around this. So today I'm also in my journal and I have a few things clipped down there. So just pardon me because I'm going to be looking down at times to just look at a few of the points I've jotted down. First myth that I'm going to be sharing with you today is the fact that babies need supplements or other food, after breastfeeding. And honestly, that is actually a very, very, big myth because the breast milk already contains a lot of things that people feel like are supplements, people feel like are food. It already contain all of those proteins, all of the nutrients that your baby actually needs. Everything is already present in your breast milk again. So your baby does not need any extra food or any other supplements, right? In fact, according to the World Health Organization, for the first 6 months of life, and I'm saying they don't need extra food or extra supplement based on like the first 6 months of life. For the first 6 months of life, right? They do not need any extra food, or any other supplement or any other, supplements at all, right? You just giving them breast milk is actually enough for them, right? So you're not doing anything wrong if you're just exclusively breastfeeding your child for the first 6 months of life. The other myth that I have scribbled down here is that babies need water to be hydrated or to be nourished. I remember very lately, a woman was sharing her experience with me how she had just had her second born and she entered into public transportation. So and then I think she already fed the baby and all of a sudden the baby started crying in the bus. And then the way this part of the world is, how everybody will start dropping comments and saying things now. That's why she said that she started, petting the child to ensure that she stops crying. Then the next thing somebody was like, give her water. You understand? Somebody was like, the baby, the baby is feeling a lot of it. Like different comments here and there. And she was like, oh, she's doing exclusive breastfeeding, so she can't give the baby water. The next thing people were like, which one is exclusive breastfeeding? Even healthcare professionals that are telling you all that, I'm sure that they are not exclusively breastfeeding their own children. Do you get me? So that's what is really bringing about this second myth, right? That babies need water to be hydrated or fully nourished. Let me even break it to you that do you know that your breast milk contains about 60 to like 80% of water? Do you understand me? So already, while you are giving your baby breast milk, the breast milk is already containing water. So you really don't need any extra water elsewhere to actually be given to your baby. You don't need that. You don't need all of that, right? The water that you want to give is already in the breast milk already, at least for those that are for the first 6 months of life that you're exclusively breastfeeding, right? You don't need, to, give, extra water. Your breast milk already contains 60 to 80% of nutrient of water, right? In fact, your your breast milk makes up a lot of water. So, and that is enough for your child already, right? So, if you're somebody that you're on this journey, right, be rest assured that it is okay. It is actually okay, right? Just breast milk for like the first 6 months, right? Your baby is going to get all the nutrients. Your baby is going to get all the nourishment that they need. Another myth that I've also that I scribbled down here is that small breasts lead to insufficient milk production. You too, you are shocked at me, but you'll be shocked that people actually think like this, right? The first thing is, how does the size of the breast even has anything to do with milk production? You get to see that milk production a lot of time has to do with the glands in the breast. There are glands in your breast that produce milk. And trust me, the size of the breast does not even have anything to do with milk production. So whether you have small breast or large breast, your baby, your breast is going to, the glands in your breast, they are going to produce the amount of milk that your baby needs per time. The only difference will just be maybe the capacity that if you have a smaller breast, you may have to be feeding, frequently over time. And then if you have a larger breast, if you feed, maybe at once, right, it may actually carry your baby for like a long time. Do you understand me? And I don't even think that that is even really a concept per se, right? So it is important that you really know that the size of breast does not have anything to do with milk production, because there are a lot of people that feel like because my breast is small, right, then my baby will not be able to, my baby will not be able to eat in a way that is going to be okay for them. That's actually a very, very big myth. The size of your breast does not have anything to do with milk production. Whether you have a small breast or you have a large breast, your breast is going to produce sufficient milk that is enough for your baby. And the last myth that I would say is breastfeeding causes saggy breast. That is a huge myth, guys. Saggy breast a lot of times has to do with aging. Aging is not even the only factor. It has to do with aging such that as people are growing up, right? And aging is not even the only factor, like I mentioned. As people are growing, older, you get to see that some of the muscles in the body, they weaken, you understand me, and they are loosening. So, which is what can actually lead to saggy breast, and is one of the factors, right? So, breastfeeding does not have anything to do with saggy breast. So, if you are here and you're watching this video, and the reason why you decided not to actually breastfeed is because you think breastfeeding is going to cause saggy breast for you. No, absolutely, it is not going to cause it, and scientifically it has been proven, right? In fact, you even breastfeeding your child, a lot of what people don't realize is that breastfeeding is like you offering your child immunity. It's like you offering your child like vaccination. And of course, when I talk about vaccination, we're going to be having videos that are going to be breaking down these things on this channel, right? So you're going to see that your breast milk contains a lot of nutrients. It contains a lot of, things that your baby need that can really prevent them from infection, from diseases, that can really help their development, their growth rate, faster. You understand me? And not even for the child alone, even for you as a mom, right? Breastfeeding helps you to reduce a lot of diseases and infection. At least I know that breastfeeding reduces cancer, for women, right? So it's not just the baby that is benefiting, even you as the mom, you're benefiting. And breastfeeding is actually one of the tools whereby you can really offer a lot of immunity for your child, so that they don't develop a lot of diseases and sicknesses while they are young. I really hope that you found this video educative and really helpful today. And if there are like other myths that you know about, please help us to drop it in the comment section. Or if there is anything else you'd like to share, you can drop it, for us. But which of the myths, can you absolutely relate to, and how have you been able to really, rise above that? And also, you can also go ahead and also drop in the comment section other health topics and other health conversations that you would like for me to also have in like the coming days. So I really hope you enjoyed, this particular episode. And if you've enjoyed it, please do like, do share, and do subscribe with every woman, every mom, and every mother in your life, right? So thank you so much, and we've come to the end of today's episode.